Hello, hello. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are keeping well. Apologies for how late of a start this is. I was planning to start at like 7, but yeah. Since when have I ever started on time? But yeah. Can we do another horror game? What another horror game? One I've had my eye on for a while. Let me just close some background shit that is running. We are playing the park. So the park, there it is. The park was developed. Sorry. The park was developed and published by Funcom, and it was released on the 27th of October 2015. Fuck me, this game's 10 years old. And yeah, not a great horror game. Yeah. So stop faffing about and get stuck in. The park is a narrative experience best played in a dark room wearing headphones. It deals with subject matter that may be disturbing to some players. During the course of play, the park may manipulate graphics, audio, control settings, and your sanity. Oh, great. Says something about being perfectly normal. Alright, come on. You over-enthusiastic piece of shit.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
I think I need to turn the game up.
Where's Mr. Bear?
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum. Stay in the car. I'll go and ask information.
Alright, hold on. I'm turning this up. Guess I turned it way down. Sorry. Still on the recovering end of the flu. But I turned it way down. Because I saw it was peaking on OBS earlier before I started streaming, and I was like, fuck, I should do something about that. It should be a bit better now. That's cool. I can look down and see my legs. Or just my whole damn body. I like that. The small detail in games, but I love it.
Attention patrons, the park is now closed. Please make your way to the car park at your earliest convenience. Employees prepare the park for shutdown.
Callum was born the day this place opened. This is his favorite place in the world.
Atlantic Island Park, a tribute to the untamed heart of Solomon Island and the people who use their talents to bring the dream of Nathaniel Winter to life. May this park be a place where joy and laughter are gathered and used to infect all of those who follow after. Dedicated this first day of May 1977, James B. Longley. Alright.
What?
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! I think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
What? Why are you letting me go look for him? You're a fucking security guard, it's your job. Or you just not paid enough? Wanker.
Callum, where are you going?
Over here!
There's something special about the entrance to an amusement park. A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave either.
Attention employees, the park is now closed. Have a safe journey home.
That's a fire hazard right there, I think. Okay then. So how fucking long did I black out for?
Oh God. The park. What happened here?
I can sprint and right.
It's easy to get lost here.
I can't see shit. Hold on. Better. Right. We're at Sideshow Alley. Okay.
You can't catch me.
The fuck are you doing, kid? Come on, it's pitch black. Have to go home. Not gonna lie, that is a cool looking House of Horrors. Carrie Killian is Satan's here. Alright then.
Hello?
This way.
I think this belongs to Callum.
What, you don't know what your own kid's shoes look like? Alright then.
Chad the Chipmunk, huh? Just a drunk guy in a suit.
Chad the Chipmunk welcomes you to Atlantic Island Park. Sorry. Chad can be seen in daily ice sculpting shows in the following locations. 11 AM, Sideshow Alley, 1 PM, Octotron, 3 PM, Park Entrance. Chad the Chipmunk, worst in class. Chad can't even seem to pass. Chad gets angry, likes to fight. Chad is beaten every night. Chad will have a dead-end job. Chad will die a useless slob. Eh. Probably some nonce.
What's this?
Note. Purchased the land on Solomon Island for a pittance. I might add whatever old Archie Henderson did to... Fuck that. I can't be arsed.
Where are you?
Come on, Mommy.
Would you mind sharing whatever's funny with the class?
Callum, stay where you are.
For fuck's sake, kid.
Come on, Mommy.
Can I get in? Fucking finally. Well, This is fucking shit.
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor and had very little to bite or sup. What will become of us? The woodcutter asked his wife one night. I tell you what, husband, we will take the children into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there. No, my wife, I cannot do that, said the man. Then we will all 4 starve, you fool. Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep. Do not fret, Gretel, Hansel said. He crept out of the hut and gathered white stones from the ground to fill his
So is there a reason why we're sitting here listening to fucking Hansel and Gretel? Or is this like
The next
Deus
morning,
Ex?
the woodcutter leads the children into the forest.
Hang on.
Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day.
Is this like fucking Deus
Clever
Ex Human
Hansel
Revolution?
leaves a
And
trail of white stones behind them as they pass into the woods.
why you nonce?
When their father leaves them, the
It's like
children
Deus
wait
Ex Human
for him,
Revolution and its whole
then
fucking
follow the
thing with
trail
Icarus.
back to their parents' house. After receiving a thorough scolding from their parents for getting lost in the woods, the children are sent to bed without any supper. Hansel tried to sneak out and collect more white stones, but found that the door was locked. Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself, the wife told the woodcutter. In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again.
Alright then.
Hansel broke his bread into pieces and left a trail of breadcrumbs to lead them safely home. But hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was destroyed. Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in the forest for 3 days. The children stumbled into a clearing with an exceedingly strange house. Its walls were made of gingerbread, and its windows were panes of clear sugar. Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls. Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who is nibbling at my house? An old woman emerged from the
Is
house,
there any way I can speed this up?
sniffing the air and peering around with cloudy eyes. Oh, you dear children, who brought you here? Just come in and stay with me. No harm will come to you. But Hansel and Gretel stayed back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. Come, children, don't be afraid. I have something for you.
Can I even just break that off and use it as a paddle to speed this up?
The children took them and began to eat. You see, nothing to fear here. Come inside, the old woman urged, and the children, still licking their sweets, followed.
Oh, very funny.
Inside the house, the old woman changed. She stuffed Hansel into a cage and put Gretel to work, sweeping and cleaning her hut. Your brother will make a good mouthful, the old witch told Gretel. Once he is fattened up, I shall feast upon him. Time passed, and poor Hansel refused to
Oh,
eat,
good, the exit.
fearing the day that the witch
That
would
daylight?
eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. Today I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and light the oven. But Gretel pretended not to understand. I do not know how. Where is the opening? Oh, the old witch said. The opening is here. And she moved to show Gretel. Seizing her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven. Gretel freed her brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children sat by the oven until her screams had stilled, and the witch was cooked. And then, because even children can't survive on sweets, they divided up the body of the old witch and ate her.
That was fucking shit. I think he agrees with. I think he agrees. Alright, come on, let me off. Fucking finally.
Callum, where did you go? Hansel and Gretel. I used to read it to Callum when the electricity was shut off. Those poor children. The whole world against them. The forest, the birds, the old witch, even their own parents. I used to imagine that Callum and I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy. Looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places where the tree branches reach like claws.
Great story.
Wait, Callum! Come out, sweetie!
What fucking trail?
Wait, Callum!
This fucking kid. The Octotron, I guess? That was my first thought. Right. Let's go back around and Let's go back around and follow the trail around to the Octotron. Also, Chuck's gone. Not happening.
Mommy needs to see you, Callum.
This way, Mommy.
Why is he whispering? Fucking dick.
Callum! Where did you go?
Catch me, Mommy.
Another accident. This place.
Very fucking funny. That's pleasant. Despite the constant interruptions, park will be opening on time. The governor's booked to cut the ribbons, so the only real question is whether we'll have any customers. I'm not truly worried. Customers come out of simple curiosity. I deducted what was needed from the band ratings of Archie Henderson. Archie Henderson 4's astonishing to think that the resonance of positive emotions can be used to fuse such a process. Henderson himself chose to use negative. That caused some of the taint that still lingers in this place. I will not make his mistakes. Very soon I will know if this has all been for nothing. Great. Right, so something about using this place to channel emotion or energy.
Callum, tell Mommy where you are.
Okay.
This old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy. The guy just snapped. Those poor kids.
Witness name, Norma Creed. Statement, we were waiting for our turn on the ride. Frank, me and the boys. This film, the chipmunk suit is making an ice carving while people took photographs. Lawrence wanted to go with him, but I've always been a bit worried of those suits. They give me the creeps. It's silly, I know. Anyway, the chipmunk man, he was carving and picking away at the ice, and at first we thought he was making some animal like a tiger or lion. But as more and more ice fell away, when you first looked, it was like a human face right out of that block of ice. The more you looked at, the more you saw there was something not quite right with the proportions, something unnatural that made your heart beat just a little faster, like you were prey, and that thing in the ice, it was a hunter. Then these teenagers walked up, and one of them made a face at the carving that said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit. And then, well, he went berserk. For a few moments it was chaos. Everybody was running away from the guy. You had one of the teenagers on the ground. He was stabbing with the ice pick. Blood was spraying, and people were screaming. And Frank and I had the kids, and we were dragging them away as fast as we could. And the last thing I saw before Frank dragged me away was that eyeball of one of those poor kids had landed on the ice sculpture, making the horrible creature look more or less alive. Alright then. Yeah, 'cause it's a wee bit hard to get on the Octotron when it's going full whack. A little bit hard to ride an Octotron when it's... I didn't do this. Oh, I can't. What was that shit? Why are we wasting our time? Why are we wasting our time on these carnival raids? Isn't this woman supposed to be finding her kid?
Where are you?
I'm just gonna go this way. Or not.
Where did you go?
Polaroid.
Oh, I remember this.
Jesus. Neither of them look happy. What the fuck kind of face is that? What face is fucking Lorraine pulling? Jesus.
Treachery hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. And they shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single, traitorous thought.
What emo secondary school students diary did they use for the script? I thought working in the park for summer would be a lot of fun, but the end of season here really drags. There aren't that many tourists around, and most of the staff spend their day standing around and gossiping. And most of that gossip is about Chad. I mean, Steve, see? Even I'm starting to call him Chad, and I went to school with the guy. It's that goddamn suit. In the beginning it was a laugh. Steve, the local lush, as Chad the Chipmunk, child-friendly mascot at Atlantic Island Park. Lock up your daughters and all that. The more he wears that suit, the weirder Steve is getting. At first it was little things, like refusing to change out of the suit at work and taking it home with him every day. Then I saw him at Susie's diner, still wearing it, and it wasn't even a work day. Some of the staff complained discreetly to park management about the smell, and I saw him walking and talking with Mr. Winter, the owner, one day. But nothing seems to have changed. The suit still smells like a carcass whenever Steve walks by, and apparently Steve has picked up some new skills since the last time I saw him puking up in a gutter outside the sick oil station. Because he sure as hell can carve a mean ice sculpture. Those shapes he makes in the ice, though, they give me the creeps. Steve came by the booth today, lucky me, and he just hung around for a while. I couldn't really tell because of the suit, but it seemed like he was just staring at me, sizing me up, eye-fucking me, whatever he was doing. I asked him what he wanted and he just stood there, not saying anything. Eventually I called my supervisor, and when he came by, Steve wandered off. My supervisor told me to put everything in writing, so here it is. Also, I quit. I don't want to see that chipmunk suit ever again. Laura Henman. Very funny. The fuck is that meant to be? It's like something I made in Spore once.
Constant crashes and 80s music. Guess it floats someone's boat.
Well. Well, it floats my boat. Well then. Why am I slowing down?
Callum?
Can't catch me.
Try me, Shetland. Let's have an accident report. Employee name Francis Dufresne. 25th of October 1976. Labourers working on the crane. Supervisor Richard Stapleton. Witnesses Lawrence Creed, Michael Edgeworth. Brief description of accident or incident. This is pissing me off. During the transport of the bumper cars into the arena, one of the straps attaching the load to the truck came untied, causing a cascade of bumper cars onto Francis, who was standing directing the driver. Francis was crushed by the weight of the cars. Describe any injuries caused. Francis was killed. Did the injured employee see a doctor? Yes. If yes, did you file an employer's portion of a workers' compensation? Yes. Supervisor's comments. Dexter, the truck driver, claims to have seen someone on the back of the load undoing the straps. Nobody else reported seeing that. The sheriff has requested that Dexter provide them with urine samples. What could have been done to prevent this incident? Double checking the straps after transit should be mandatory, and drug screenings for all drivers. Have the unsafe conditions been corrected? No. Of course. This is a photocopy apparently. Additional comments. The local labourers are very superstitious and this hasn't helped. Some of them are refusing to return to work until we have someone from the local church walk the park and exorcise the bad spirits. Alright. Nope, wrong button. What's that got to mean? Why does death always come for the happy people? I want to die. Come on, you fucking pussy. Just messing. Incompetent fucking wanker.
It's a matter of public record that I am a failure as a mother. Once, when Callum was very small, I left him asleep in the car while I ran an errand. Don't even remember what it was. When I came back, the sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window. I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment. He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the scratch of his pen on the notepad. When he gave it to me, our eyes met. I know what you're going through. My daughter, Helen, she just gets some help. Help was a bolt of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help is agony. I'd rather die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, yes, Sheriff.
Why am I playing as this fucking... I'm basically playing as an edgy teenager. Continually delayed by the incompetence of the builders. Problem is that they are locals, and so they believe a lot of the rumors about what Old Man Henderson used to do here. They grew up on those tales. Every time a bolt comes loose or a wrench goes missing, those fools are crossing themselves against the black magic. Of course, that's why I chose this site over all the other potentials. Solomon Island is a nexus for dark energies, and the thought of all that power just dissipating beneath the earth here, it makes my skin crawl. I called in a few favors back in Brooklyn, and I got someone at the local academy to see if they had any interest in books about local history. Turns out they do, and it turns out that Old Man Henderson has some pretty strong connections to the Brooklyn crowd. Perhaps something he wrote will help me find a piece of the plans that I'm missing. Wrong button. Right then. Okay.
So they are going to close this place down. Doesn't surprise me.
State Bureau of Fair Rights Inspection. Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services. State Inspection Report. Inspection date September 22nd, 1880. Inspection result: unsafe. Close the park. Inspector's comments: I've returned the park, riding the ride, and viewing the startling number of incidents suffered here in the park. It is this inspector's opinion that Atlantic Island Park should be shut down until Nathaniel Winter complies with all safety regulations. While I understand that there is a sensitive political relationship between Mr. Winter and the Senator, I nevertheless suggest that such political considerations be set aside and condemn Atlantic Island Park. The rides at first glance appear well constructed and maintained, but the sheer number of incidents in the park concerning the last few years, or during the last few years, and during construction, led me to believe that there is something wrong at the base level of construction, and we should close the park and fully investigate these flaws. To wit, here is a partial list of the fatalities in the park since opening only 2 years ago. Family of 3 killed when a roller coaster cart derailed. 14 separate incidents of broken bones and crushed ribs while riding the Octotron. 3 suicides from the top of the Ferris wheel. A child seriously injured on the escalator. Over a dozen children reported missing in the House of Horrors since its construction. 1 report of a drowning in the Tunnel of Tales. The sheer volume of incidents means that it is my strongest recommendation that Atlantic Island be closed immediately. Signed, David Wolseth. Okay then. Alright, happy days. I can get on.
People come into your life for a reason. Dad used to say that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank. Things were different for Don and I. When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner. He came in with some workers, but he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me. When my shift was over, he offered to walk me home. I don't know how to describe that walk. We talked and laughed and eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale. I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed, but I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Don and I moved in together, but then, well, he died. According to the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel. Don was there one moment, and then gone. Sometimes people leave your life for no reason. I was 3 months pregnant with Callum. Fairy tale fucking over.
Great. Well, isn't that just fucking shit? I thought that balance was operating in the red. Right.
Callum, where did you go?
Is that a baby? Okay. Roller coaster ticket. Alright. Okay then. I guess the next ride I'm going on is the fucking roller coaster.
Callum? Tell Mommy where you are.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch what?
A lot of people idolize their children. You hear them talking about their kids and just the way they talk, their fucking voices make me want to vomit. My angel likes to read, and little Johnny is so good on the piano. Fuck those people! You give up 9 months of your life carrying them, you traumatize yourself giving birth to them, and then you spend the rest of your life as their slave. Wiping asses, mopping up piss, feeding them. Little life-sucking monsters who take and take and take until... we all go insane. Any parent who pretends otherwise is just dishonest. That's called choice supportive bias. I am honest. Callum really grinds my gears, and he owes me everything. Everything. It'd serve the little fuck right if I just abandoned him.
Then abandon him, you hateful bitch! How the fuck am I playing as this dickhead of a protagonist?
I always wanted to ride this one. Never got around to do it before.
Well, no fucking wonder you're raiding all the carnival raids instead of looking for your kid.
What do you want?
We need to talk about Callum.
What do you mean? What have you done to him?
That's insulting. You and your boy are everything that this place doesn't want. The antithesis of what we stand for.
Where is Callum?
The poor child. He tried so hard to do what he was taught. He even left you a trail of breadcrumbs. But the park is just so hungry.
Tell me where my son is?
The witch has him now. Has both of you. No happy ending here, I'm afraid.
Just leave me alone.
Fool. You always were.
I'm not gonna lie, I really like the Boogeyman's voice. Also, flashing lights. Sorry. That visual of Callum getting hit by the fucking roller coaster car. Just. Oh, balls. But the boogeyman's voice in this really it reminds me of another character. I can't think of their name. Yeah, it'll come to me eventually. Oh, finally.
The witch awaits. Come back! Callum has bruises on his arms, finger marks. Someone has been hurting him. I've asked him, demanded really, to know where he got the marks. But he doesn't want to answer me. Something has scared him into silence. He doesn't dare talk. He's been changing too. Something sinister lurks in the darkness behind his eyes. I catch him staring at me at odd moments. In the night, he tosses and turns and cries out words that I cannot understand. When I try to soothe him, he snaps and bites at my fingers. I think he wants to talk to me. I think he wants to tell me. But they are watching him every minute of every day. They are whispering to him in his sleep, changing him. They are taking my baby away from me. I can save him. And there will be pain. But I love him, and in the end, he will understand why. The whole town was shocked by that one. Never found out who did it.
Cotton candy corpse leaves sour taste in parkgoers' mouths. Yesterday evening, visitors to the Atlantic Island Park were shocked and horrified by the discovery of a dismembered corpse behind the cotton candy stand. According to the local authorities, the corpse has yet to be identified, however they have confirmed that the remains appear to be those of a child. The corpse was discovered was discovered by a group of teenagers from Innsmouth Academy. Wait, Innsmouth? Oh no. Who noticed a pair of ravens tugging at something just out of sight behind the shack. Nathaniel Winter, the owner of Atlantic Island Park, has released the following statement. It's a true tragedy when something like this occurs, especially in a place that was designed to bring forth happiness and joy. The staff at Atlantic Island Park offer their condolences to the family and friends of the victim and will cooperate fully with authorities to help bring this case to rest. And then just the paper will provide updates.
I can help you, Callum.
Can you?
But the witch
Aye.
put me in the oven.
Is that blood? That looks like a glitchy texture.
Callum, where are you?
Right, that's enough of that.
Callum? Callum!
Do I have to approach the corpse? Oh, for fuck's sake, fine.
Poor bastard. Who did this to him?
Oh, it was you. Yeah. Not gonna lie, he was my first thought. I wasn't there before. The pills.
These are mine.
What? And you're just gonna take them? What? Okay. What the fuck? I can't. Alright, Alright, fine. Aw. Okay.
Don't touch me!
Oh. Future Times by Laurel and Hardy? Is that meant to be a take on Laurel and Hardy? Belly button is the signature of your personal creator. I believe her name was Mama. Every 17th child is a magnet for sinfulness. I'm not reading this shit.
Forgive me, Callum.
Right, she's tripping balls.
Follow the breadcrumbs.
What breadcrumbs?
Okay, no.
Well, that's fucked. Okay.
The park is a collage of contradictions all of its own. Millions of people die every year in car crashes, and the park has little cars designed specifically to simulate that action. Hear the children scream with joy. In the sideshow alley, you can walk away with 15 cents worth of mass-produced Chinese teddy bears, while a grinning carny pockets your hard-earned $5. And what secrets lie beneath the sullen waters of the lake? The tears of jilted lovers, the soiled condoms of illicit affairs, the clotted blood of the lonely suicide. And the face of the witch looms over it all. I've always despised her toothy grin and warty nose. I hate that sparkle in her weathered, watchful eyes. I think Callum is waiting for me. Inside.
Why do you sound like you're gonna fucking beat him? Right, hang on, I want to go back and find this. Oh, this document I didn't bother with. It wasn't there before, I don't think. Here it is. Purchased the land on Salmon and for a pittance. I might add whatever old Archie Henderson did to the locals. Just mention of his name has had people slamming doors and locking shutters from the moment I arrived on the island. From the moment I arrived, my lawyers had arranged everything in advance, but the realtor still had to come and deliver the keys to me personally. He took it upon himself to offer me another warning. I don't know what you're planning to do with this land, Mr. Winter, but the soil here is bitter with a curse carried from the old country. Old man Henderson, he did terrible dark things, and the land remembers, sir. I dismissed him shortly afterwards, mostly amused by his pathetic attempts at warning me off. I have a great vision for this place, and the will to see that vision through to the very end. Atlantic Island Park. The name is perfect. I cannot imagine it being anything else. This is the start of something amazing. Mate, only two things that came out of this place: a shitty horror game and an area in an MMO. That's not a joke either. This game takes place, I think, the same universe as the Secret World MMO. Alright, let's go find this little bastard and get this wrapped up. Right. This flashlight is fucking terrible. Atlantic Island Park has closed its gates. A jeering throng of townfolk gathered as we hung the heavy iron padlock on the gates. Small-minded fools, scared of what they don't understand. Can you blame them? The machines lie silent and dejected, but I am not beaten. I sent my wife and son back to Boston, and I have retreated here, to the House of Horrors. I must think. I better be alone in here.
Show yourself!
Very funny. Pretty sure some of these cardboard cutouts are enemies from Secret World. I think. If someone would like to double check that for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. At least the mirrors work. Kinda. Okay. Fuck all here. Am I even going the right way? I enjoy your fucking laugh. Welcome in, Kim Watson Live. I'm alright.
One little duck went out one day.
What about yourself? Oh, great. Okay. Nightmare Circus. Circus burns to the ground on opening night, killing dozens. The owner is put to death by an enraged mob of townsfolk. Just as he shouts out a curse, now Raven, a dark-souled wanderer, comes to the ruins at dusk in search of his missing mother. Let the show begin. Alright then.
After they let me out, they gave me Callum back and sent me home with a handful of breadcrumbs. Home, bittersweet home. I barely recognized it. Where there had been color and light, there were shadows and regrets. Where there had been warmth, there was a bone-deep coldness that never went away. I tried my hardest to keep the ghosts at bay. Don, watching from the dusty corners while I tried to teach his son to read. My father, coldly assessing me and finding me lacking. I devoted myself to Callum and did the things that they told me. It will get better, they said. Every day will be a little better than the last. I'm in the woods now, lost and afraid. Things never got any better.
On April 16, 1846, a group of covered wagons began the 2,500-mile journey to California. Just 8 months later, they found themselves stranded in the Sierra Nevada mountains, with very little debate or sup. It was become one of the greatest tragedies of westward migration the world had ever seen. Now our panel of Donner experts have uncovered compelling evidence that the families were forced to resort to cannibalism in order to survive that terrible winter. In this never before seen expose, read about how the Donner children were forced to eat their brothers and sisters in order to survive. Here in the pages of this shocking true story. I'm sure it is a fucking shocking true story. Dunwich Power Company, disconnect notice. After multiple attempts to collect payment, we regret to inform you that your service has been disconnected or will be disconnected shortly. Please do the following. Make the payment listed on your last bill, contact us on 555-7868, and we can arrange a payment plan so that you can immediately be reconnected. If you believe that this is in error, call us on 555-7869 to discuss your options. If you're unable to make payment, please contact your local welfare office to discuss a placement for you and your loved ones. Winter in Maine is cold and brutal. Don't face it without electricity. The Dunwich Power Company. Right. Callum's hat kind of reminds me of Clementine's hat from the Walking Dead. The wilting. A solar flare has struck the Earth. Millions of people are uprooted from their homes. A young meteorologist searches desperately for a way to stop global overheating. And an exotic dancer named Chance O'Hara is the key to saving the world. Again. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Can I take it with me? Batter the boogeyman over the head with it? Shopping list. Milk, cheese, bread, butter, corn, potatoes, apples, fish sticks. Remember, drop off Callum, electricity bill, fix faucet. Right. Locked. Hmm. Locked. Lorraine, I received your letter and I'm quite surprised. You ran off with your father all those years ago, then disappeared off the edge of the map. When I finally tracked you down, refused to answer any of my letters. I know you write to me asking for help. I have another family now and another life. Your father was a horrible man and I regret the years that I wasted with him. I loved you, I truly did, but every year you grew more and more like him. You were his girl, never really mine. Still, I would have fought for custody if you hadn't run away with him. It broke my heart, but I needed to go on living. I can't let you back into my life without picking open old wounds. I'm sorry, Lorraine, but I just can't do it. Maybe one day it'll be easier and I can meet Callum, but not yet. I am not ready to forgive you. Please don't contact me again. Karn. Ouch. Oh shit. Clicked off the game by accident. Dunwich Energy Services. Miss Miller, as we agreed in our meeting today, we consider you fully recovered from your illness. This letter is an official notification that you are considered sound of mind and body and may return to work at any time. Please note that you should discontinue any medication that you have been using and dispose of any remaining medicines. If you feel at any time you are suffering a relapse, then please make contact with your local physician immediately. We wish you continued good health, Dr. Spencer, Dunwich Medical. Okay. Dunwich Emergency Services. Lorraine Kimberly Millard. 17th of October 1977. That's the date she was committed. Date of discharge, 10th of November, 1977. Diagnosis, depression. Lorraine seems to be suffering from depression that began early in her pregnancy. Our discussions have made it obvious that these episodes stem from the grief of losing her partner, Dawn, who died about 6 months ago. There are also several unresolved issues with her father. After being kept under careful observation, we provided standard treatment for this disorder, including electroconvulsion therapy. The patient responded and made a rapid recovery. Care recommendations: weekly follow-up with the local physician, mood stabilizers, lithium-based. Discharge instructions. Lorraine has a newborn son, Callum, who was placed in foster care shortly after birth when Lorraine displayed symptoms of disorientation and depression. It is our judgment that Lorraine is fit to have her son returned to her as long as she follows her recommended aftercare routine and continues with her medication. We have faith that she will be an effective caregiver. Lorraine has her own housing and her employer, Susie, has said that she is welcome to return to her shifts at the diner. Norma Creed, a local woman, has offered to care for Callum while Lorraine works. It is with this support network in mind that we feel confident releasing Lorraine from this institution. Norma Creed. That name rings a bell. A prescription for Zolift that can be filled at Flagg's Pharmacy in Kingsmouth. She has been advised to start with a 50mg dose and then, based on the advice of her doctor, to increase the medication as needed. She clearly fucking increased the medication as she thought she needed. Fucking druggie. This is a solicitor. Or no, it's an attorney. Oh fuck. Miss Maillard. Our inquiry into the estate of Mr. Donald Williams has been completed. We regret to inform you that the primary beneficiaries of this estate, including the life insurance settlement for the accidental death, were listed as Rose Williams and Richard Williams of New York State. The deceased's parents. Our agency made contact with Mr. and Mrs. Williams and explained your situation, especially as regards the birth of Donald's son, Callum. Unfortunately, they were not receptive to our overtures, and they specified that without any legal proof of a biological relationship, they consider you ineligible to receive any of the monies from Donald's estate. They have asked that we no longer contact them regarding this matter. I understand that this may have a negative impact on your current financial situation, and I hope that I am not being too forward when I enclose the bill for our services with this letter. Sincerely, Edward Stapleton, attorney. Fuck. So, her partner died, and his parents didn't believe Lorraine should have anything from the will because they didn't think Callum was actually Don's son. I've been down here before. It's just Lorraine's medication. Lorraine, things aren't right between us at the moment. I know. I want to try and explain it. I think it's because I'm so far from home and I'm working so hard every day. Working at the park gets worse and worse, like a spring inside my mind. Whining tater and tater and tater. When we go for drinks after work, it gets a little better. The guys relax and we laugh, and we're good people again. I don't want to come home to you without being in my right mind, but when this job is done, we need to get out of this place. We need to go back to the city, where I don't feel like this anymore. I love you, Donald. P.S. I was thinking about names for boys and girls. I like Callum for a boy, and Emma if it's a girl. Still the same. Oh, for fuck's sake. one open yet? No. I didn't run away. Dad took me. Yeah, if I wanted to play PT, I would just download PT. Somewhere. Somehow. Fuck me, this place is a mess. Still won't open. This is ridiculous. Well, at least the door's open for me this time. No. No. Fuck me. Yeah, Lorena's went off the fucking deep end. So lift prescription. You are alone. Nobody loves you. Callum is no longer who he once was.
Don't leave me!
Oh, fucking finally. Could you unlock the fucking door, please? Or not? Alright then. Alright, this is a piss take. I can't even fucking sprint. How many fucking floors have I gone down? Well, finally, something different.
Stories are told again and again, and from their shape we build our understanding of the world. Two children are led into the woods. They are lost for a time, but then are captured by an old witch. A child goes missing in Atlantic Island Park. He wanders lost for a time before finding his way into the mouth of an old witch. In the oldest version of this story, the mother and the witch were the same person.
Liar.
I never wanted to be the witch. But I am, aren't I?
Actually, that's incorrect. People have done research into what she says there. Bullshit. Kids broke in today. It has been so long since I heard laughter, so very long. I took one of them. I couldn't help myself. It was fast, and the others didn't notice. I liked hearing him though. No, I liked hearing him laugh. This boy from the academy. I put him on a slab. I tickled him until he couldn't breathe. My machines came to life, whirring in time to his gasps and shrieks. I think this is delightful. The change wrought me by the change. The change wrought in me by the machines is not yet complete. There must be other children I can lay on my slab. Great. Eyes without sparkle. No blurb. Found book. Hansel and Gretel. Okay.
Callum? 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 Callum!
You bitch.
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time.
Isn't that the security guard? It is.
Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
That was fucking shit. At least it only cost me an hour and a half of time. If even. So yeah, that was the park. That was fucking terrible. It's a complete waste of time. I feel like playing something else just to make up for that. Ridiculous. Let me see who's live. I'll hand you off. not a lot of people, but I'll make the wheel out of whoever I can. That that is a sentence that needs context. Um, fuck it. Right, I've got the wheel. Let me just quickly make sure this is actually going to capture the wheel. It is. So we have Ariana Foxton, Commander Dante, Nalami Amata, and Trance. So let's see who we're raiding. Okay, we're raiding Nalami. Let me get that set up. I'm aiming to get 2 more streams done this week. Wednesday will be Doom Eternal. We'll be starting the Ancient Gods DLC, which will be fun. And then Saturday will be Arma again. I want to get back into streaming that. But yeah. In the meantime, if you showed up while this was live, thank you for showing up. If you're watching this after the fact, thank you for watching. And yeah, I'll see you whenever I see you.